What's up? Welcome to Destination Station. As always, I'm Destin. I'm here today with another video. I want to talk today about Chad and Mindy Meeks. But before we get started, I want to show you this new shirt that I got. It says For West, like at the end of Scream 5 2022, and then it's got the logo on the back. Thinking about making a bunch of these. If you want one, let me know in the comment section below. I'll started thinking about that. I'm gonna do some merch. So yeah, just let me know if you're interested in something like this. I'm gonna make some other shirts as well. I'm gonna wear this to Texas Frightmare that's coming up next month, and whenever I meet the cast of Scream and everything. So, but enough of that. Let's go forward with this theory here. All right, Chad and Mindy Meeks. We know at the end of Scream 5 that they both survived. We thought, I don't know how Chad survived all them stab wounds and everything. That was kind of like, I felt like that was kind of like an afterthought from Radio Silence, was that, you know, he was a likable character, and we killed a lot of likable characters in this one, so we needed one more to survive, similar to like Dewey. It was kind of like that Dewey moment at the end of Scream 1 and 2 where he just does like a thumbs up. It's kind of what he does in the back of the ambulance. And first time I saw the movie, I was like, I second guessed myself, like, who is that? But no, it is Chad Meeks and Mindy. They both survive, along with Sam and Tara Carpenter and Sydney and Gail. But I want to touch on Chad and Mindy about where are they going to be in Scream 6. What's going to be, what's the time gap in this? You know, I've made other videos about their mother, Martha Meeks, and we don't know. There's little to no information about Scream 6. We don't know all the returning cast that's coming back, but I assume that Chad and Mindy Meeks will make a return in some way, shape, or form. And where could the setting take place? We know it's going to be filmed in Canada, but from what Radio Silence has said, that they have more stories to tell in Woodsboro, so we're assuming that it is going to take place in Woodsboro. But what if we step out of Woodsboro a little bit? What if we do see some new locations? Like, what if, like, after the events of Scream 5, that our characters go their separate ways, or they leave Woodsboro? Because that would be the logical thing. You know, Dewey has that connection to stay in Woodsboro, but our other characters, besides like a mother or something like that, like, yeah, they could stay, but you would think that they would get the fuck out of Dodge, right? So I would think, especially Chad, I think that he's the athletic one. He has big dreams, big hopes, all this kind of stuff. What if he went off to college and Mindy stayed back with Martha, their mother, to comfort her, because she didn't want to leave her in Woodsboro? And maybe something happens to either Martha or Mindy, and that brings Chad back. Or maybe Mindy and Chad both leave Woodsboro. Are we going to get scenes at Windsor College like in Scream 2? Or are we at least going to get like some callbacks like we did for 1996? I mean, really, this is the point to where Radio Silence can do whatever they want with this franchise. This is really the make or break film, I think, for the Scream franchise, for this new trilogy or whatever they're doing with this one, because the Scream 5 was all about, you know, homages and showing respect to Wes and all that. So this one, they're really going to be able to just dive deep and just kind of go wherever they want with this story. And, you know, I think it would be kind of I think it would be all in character, excuse me, that, you know, maybe Chad, we see a moment to where we're like our introduction to Chad in Scream 6, to where he is off to college, but he's on like crutches, or he's got a bad limp like Dewey, and because of all the stab wounds and everything that happened, and he's like maybe just like looking over the fence line, or he's in the bleachers of the football field of, like, you know, the team practicing at Windsor College or whatever college. It could be a totally different setting, different college, because that would be kind of like crazy that they would go to the exact same college that Randy and Sydney would go to. But they could have a scene there, they could have something, or they could just shoot it in Windsor College. Maybe somebody's trying to recreate Scream 2 and all that. Maybe there's a reason for us to be there. But anyways, but wouldn't it be cool if, like, Chad was like just pondering, you know, at the football team practicing on the field, you know, wishing that was him, but he knows that it can't even be a goal anymore because of his situation. He's injured. And like that kind of, like, you know, softens us up to Chad and feel for him, and maybe he's a little bit more down and not so happy-go-lucky. Maybe he's just kind of like trying to adapt to everything that's happened. And then maybe Mindy is back home with Martha Meeks, and I've made videos about like who's going to be the opening kill for Scream 6. And I would think that like somebody, if our main cast has left, you know, then there has to be a reason for us to come back to Woodsboro if that's where it's really going to be set at for the majority of the film. And the only thing that could really do that is a death. But it has to be a significant death. It has to be somebody, because Dewey's not living there no more. Gail, I'm pretty sure she's going to go back off to New York and she's going to write that book about Dewey. And Sydney, I'm pretty sure she's going back home to Mark and the kids and all that kind of stuff. So what's really going to bring them back? And my only thing that I could think of, and let me talk about Sam and Tara. Sam and Tara also, at the end of Scream 5, they said, we're going to get the fuck out of Woodsboro. We're going to do what other people don't do in these movies. We're going to get the fuck out of Woodsboro. So I would assume that they're immediately going to try to leave Woodsboro and move on with their life, you know, go into hiding or just go and never leave each other's side again. You know, that's their promise to each other. We don't know who their mom is, and we don't know who Tara's dad is. But we do know that Sam still has these visions of Billy. But with Mindy and Chad and all of our characters, that's what I'm trying to get here, is that all of our characters have to have a reason to come back to Woodsboro and reconnect and reunite. And the only thing would have to be a significant death. And you would think that my idea or my thought on it is that it would have to be one of our main cast getting killed in Woodsboro, or it's going to have to be Martha Meeks. Martha Meeks could be our opening kill, or soon after our opening kill. And that brings Chad and Mindy back. Dang, excuse me. Anyways, there has to be a significant person to our core characters that dies, that brings them all back to Woodsboro. And Martha Meeks just seems like it would be the most fitting. I feel like it's her time to go. We all know that Randy Meeks is their uncle. So Mindy is kind of like our new Randy, you know, with all the film knowledge and everything, and talking about requels and remakes and all that stuff. So I really don't want to see Chad or Mindy get killed, especially not the opening scene. You know, let us live with them for a little bit. You know, if they do off somebody, it will probably most likely be Chad. You know, they did let him survive, but you know, don't get your hopes up if he doesn't survive Scream 6. Mindy could go too. You know, anyone could go. Gail could go. Gail could be doing another book tour, like in Scream 4 when Sydney was doing that book tour. She could be doing a new book tour with Dewey, and maybe that's a #1 best-selling, and she's having to come through Woodsboro. I don't really want to retrace those type of story beats, but you know, that's a possibility. I do think that there was something that was tweeted out that I think Gail is set to return. We don't have confirmation on Sydney or Nev Campbell. We don't know if she's returning. But there's also things out there that it's time to leave our legacy characters in the past. So I don't know. Really know. As soon as I know, I'll let you know on this channel. So yeah, subscribe to Destination Station, like this video. I forgot to do all that good stuff. For all things Scream and all things horror. So yeah. But with Chad and Mindy Meeks, I really think that either one of them's going to bite the dust in Scream 6, or their mother's definitely going to bite the dust in Scream 6. Or we could get an opening scene with Sam and Tara's mother, and she could be what's her name? Christina? Am I saying that right? Carpenter. We could get a scene with her, and she could be the opening kill, and that brings Sam and Tara back, and then Chad and Mindy could just be there for support and be there at the funeral, and then just, you know, chaos ensues. So yeah, what do you think about this? Where do you think that Chad and Mindy's gonna be? Because they are very likable characters. We had a lot of good characters in Scream 5. I think Wes should have survived, and I'm gonna have a video about that he possibly could. So be looking out for that video. And so yeah. This is just a theory talk, you know. Like I'm thinking about changing these two to drunk theory, like having a couple whiskeys or, you know, a couple brewskis or something, and just, you know, kind of getting a little tipsy and talking about all these theories. I love making these videos with you guys. So yeah, thank you for coming by and checking out my channel, because this is therapeutic, and y'all having this conversation, I love talking to y'all about movies. So yeah, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.